Okay, good morning guys. It is Sunday the 19th of November. I'm here back at Strong Gym HQ and today I am on strict instructions from my guy to attempt and vlog this training session myself. So bear with me, let's hope I can do it. I believe I've got the mic set up and you should be able to hear me nice and clearly. Anyway, today is leg day. It's a leg drive session. So we're working on developing the leg drive through the initial stages of the deadlift. So you'll see some exercises in here. I did try and film this session last week and it was a big boo-boo. So we're gonna try again and get this vlog under and away. Should be around an hour's training session. It's probably my smallest session of the week. I was supposed to do it yesterday, but got caught up doing other things. And this morning I've been for a nice sunny dog walk with the family, which was adorable, and done the usual Sunday duties of housework and chores and things like that. When I get home later, I'm going to be meal prepping, and I'm also going to try and vlog my meal prep in full because I know lots of people have questions about how I do that and how I stay on track in the week, and you might find some helpful tips in there, so stay tuned. There'll be another video coming on meal prep later today. Anyway, let's get this party started and get on with some legs. Okay, got some top tips here to try and look at the camera hole as if it's a person and stop looking at the screen to see myself. Anyway, we're here, Strong Gym, and it is all to myself. It's 12:54 on a Sunday lunchtime. I'm gonna turn off the AC because it's winter here in Dubai and I don't need AC on. Well, let's see. Give it 10 minutes and I'll be sweating. Right, I'm just gonna run through a quick warm up, get my heart pumping, get some blood flowing, and do some dynamic stretching, foam rolling, and then start box squats on the safety bar. Trying to put some little music on. I'll let you choose. tight hips. Whew. Okay. Surprisingly, it actually feels all right today. This time last week, it was the third session of week 1 back to training, and honestly, I was beep fucked. My legs were sore last Saturday. I feel good today, really good. Worth mentioning, I do have sports massage weekly to keep everything tickety-boo, functioning as I like it to do so. But yeah, well, generally when you're foam rolling, you feel the spots where you need it and you can just kind of focus on that, but I feel okay. Okay guys, so we're gonna set up the rack. we have 2 racks here, but I'm gonna use this one. Get the safety bars in at the right height. Shouldn't need them, but when I'm training alone and the gym's empty, always take every precautionary measure you possibly can. Safety first. I'll let you watch. So hard to manhandle. So I'm going to be using today for my squats. When I get this out the rack, the storage rack, I always get terrified that I'm going to like smash the end through the window or something. So watch me try and set it up. Okay, so I'm going to be squatting with my feet in deadlift position. So I'm not going to go extra wide. Like if I was just doing a squat session for squat purposes, I would typically widen my feet a little bit, but we're actually trying to do this session incorporated into my big deadlift building block. Although I would say I'm a reasonably good deadlifter in comparison to the girls that I'll be going up against and have been up against this year. My deadlifts still need quite a bit of work, so this is all in the purpose of getting down to the box and driving up from the beginning, which should help me with the drive up of the initial stage of pulling the weight in the deadlift off the floor and getting it to my knees. To be honest, usually once I'm over the knees, as most people would probably say, you can fight for the deadlift and finish the skill, but getting it to the knees is obviously okay. I'm going to start with some body weight squats. So feet, deadlift position, When I'm doing this, I'm actively trying to think about pulling my hips in. And so when I'm doing this, I really don't want to be using momentum to rock. I want to be stopping. A deadlift, it's dead, you know? So I want a dead stop on the bench, and the next challenge is going to be like figuring out where to put this camera to get all the angles of the squats, I guess. So let's try warm-up set number 1 over here. Looks like a pretty decent view to me. You can see the bench, you can see the bar. Let's give it a shot. Belt on. It's only light, but okay. Belt's on, camera's on. We're all set. So much to think about. Just checking I'm happy with everything. So, before we start the squat, I want to engage my upper back, nice and tight. I want to brace my core and push out against my belt, tip my pelvis under and squeeze my glutes, take it down to the bench, stop, and push. So now I'm comfortable and happy with the setup. I'm going to load the bar. Okay guys, so I've put a 10 and a 10 on each side. I do believe this safety bar is 25 kilos empty. So we're now up to 45 kilos. I'm just going to do another 5. I look so tired. Another 5 reps, let's go. Yeah, all feels hunky-dory. So, another point maybe worth adding, if I was just doing a standard squat session, I'd probably put my lifting shoes on, but because I'm doing a deadlift, I would say this session is an accessory into my deadlift training, so I want to keep my feet bare because that's how I deadlift. Just changing the angle for you guys, so you can see it from a different direction. If you film your own training, it shouldn't just be to send to coach. You should film your own training with the intention of reviewing your own performance as well. I find it really useful to slow my videos down into slow-mo, have a look at my form from lots of different angles and see what I'm happy with, what I'm not happy with, and what I think I can improve, and then send them to coach and see if he disagrees or agrees. Also, then you're developing your own skills and practice as you're going, and not just solely relying on somebody else to constantly give you that feedback. Okay guys, so we're set. I've taken the 10s off and put 20s on. I'm still trying to get used to not looking at myself on the screen and actually looking at the camera. So 20s are on, which means we're up to 65. Gonna do another 5 reps. I'm still warming up. Today's session I need to do 4 sets, 6 reps at 85 kilos. So where we're aiming. Nice, felt good. Happy with that. I am going to add some more weight. Just take it up to 85 and get on with it. 4 sets of 6. C4. Okay, so we are 85 on the bar, and I'm gonna go set 1, 6 reps. So, just thought, when I used to train with Mr. Scarlett, he used to always laugh because when I'm lifting and I'm this is like an inbuilt habit from when I used to do mixed martial arts. And when you're throwing punches or kicks, you are encouraged to breathe at the motion and pushing the air out. I just can't really get rid of that habit. So Mr. Scarlett says I sound like a train. Okay, angle number 2. Hope this is all going really well and you can hear me because I'm not checking as I'm going along. That first set actually felt really great. Last week I was doing 4 sets of 8 reps at 75 kilos. So I was doing higher volume, lower load. And honestly, it was so hard. I haven't squatted for a long time and my legs were killing me from earlier on in the week. This actually feels great, hunky-dory. Back in the bodybuilding days, I was in wellness category, which was very lower body dominant. And all I ever used to do was squat, all different variations. So I know I can load my legs up. We're getting there, bit by bit. I'm gonna leave this rolling and get on. Yeah, still feels good. It's worth noting when I'm doing this, when I'm standing up, I'm actually trying to visualize myself and think about the fact that I'm deadlifting and how this transfers into the deadlift. So again, coming back to my business with purpose, thinking with purpose, moving with purpose, giving everything a little bit more reason. When I used to train for weight loss, obviously the whole point of everything was burning calories, sweating, working hard, la la la. That is totally not my focus, and it's not something I encourage anybody's focus to be, even if your goal is weight loss. I do encourage you to focus on progressive movements, general strength progression in the gym anyway, technique progression. This is what gets you hooked on strength training. Once you start seeing these little bits of progression and you start understanding how everything is linked in together, just like with everything in life, it all becomes quite addictive, really. All right, let's try this angle. So yeah, again, that set felt good. Just something that I'd like to say is that when I'm breathing in my set, I don't stop bracing when I breathe. So it's not like I let my brace release when I exhale and let my core go loose. I actually, okay, we have another big YouTuber coming in. He's defo gonna judge my novice abilities at filming. I'll see if he wants to chat actually. Anyway, so whilst you're squatting or doing anything, it's really important as you're breathing to be able to maintain the brace. It's a skill you can practice without even lifting or without even being under load. It's pushing your core out, holding that brace, that tight position, as if, imagine you were going to be punched in the stomach, you would like push your tummy out. So just imagine that, push it out, and then try and breathe, but keep pushing your tummy out while you're doing it. A really good skill to practice for squats, deadlifts, overhead work, yoke, farmers, literally everything when you're lifting heavy weights. I have one more set to go, set 4, 6 reps. I'll spin you around and give you another view. Straight on view of the behind. Right, I want this set to be a little bit more explosive as I'm getting a little bit, maybe fatigued. I mean, I don't feel fatigued, but we want this to still power up like I'm pulling 200 kilos off the floor. I'm visualizing this every single flipping day. So, in and brace, explosive, better, here we go, that's 4 sets of 6. So, I am gonna pack this away, and I believe it's leg press next. Let's see if I can leg press, because last Saturday, my leg was so sore I couldn't do anything. Okay guys, so we're over to the leg press, 4 sets of 12 reps, so it's quite a lot actually. I need to load the weight up accordingly to make sure I can get the 4 sets of 12. Oh, FYI. You know the cleaning man? I mean, he's not a cleaner, but... all right, let's go. Relatively easy, so I'm going to add another plate to each side. So we're saying this machine is about, I think, 50 kilos when it's empty, 24 to 60. So we have 120 on plus 50, 170, 12 reps. First 6 felt fine. Next 3, maybe like 7 out of 10. Last 3, last 1, maybe like 9 and 9.5 out of 10. So obviously weight to volume ratio. If I was only asked to do 5 reps, definitely could load this up more. But when you know you've got to get through a set of 12, I think I'm going to stick at this weight for the next 2 sets. Obviously, the more sets I do, the more fatigued I'm going to get as well. So bring you in a little bit closer for this next set. As you can see, my feet are the same position as when I'm deadlifting. Again, for the same reason as my foot position in the squats. I'm not bringing this all the way down to the safety pegs because the start of my deadlift position is not that low. I want the depth of this leg press to take me to where I would start my deadlift position, because that's where I need to be able to drive out of. So that's explained. I'm going to go set 3. Now in this position, you're going to see all the squidge. That was actually better than set 2. It's very quiet in here. There's lots of people filming, so just toning it down a touch in respect for other people and their business. One more set to go. That actually felt a lot better than set 2. To the point where I'm debating, do I want to add some weight for the last set? Maybe I'll wait till next week. I could add a 5 on each side. How about I'm going to add 5 each side? I definitely could have just left that at 170. But when I thought about it just for a second, if I want to lift 200 off the floor, I can't be dilly-dallying around at weights that I think I can do better. So take it up to 180, see how 12 goes, and then move on to the next exercise. I think there's only 3 more exercises. As I said, it's a small session today, but very specific work. So I mean, you certainly can't be worried about the angle of the way your body looks and be all posy when you're doing horrendous things like this. What can you see? Okay. Last set, 12. That was fine. So next week, this was 180. I'm definitely going to try and push 190 for all my sets next week. Obviously, this is week 2 of the program, so kind of just figuring out where I'm at. we'll hit some hard work next week. I mean, this is hard, but hard. Okay, leg press done. We're moving on to some jumps, just body weight, and working on creating some explosive power through the legs. Obviously the legs are getting fatigued from the squats and the leg press. I mean, not awfully fatigued, but let's have a look at some vertical jumps. Deadlift position with the feet, deadlift position with the arms. So this is not like gymnastics jumps or, you know, like diving into a pool or anything like that. Specific details. So feet in deadlift position. Deadlift stance. Power. So when we're working on this, I'm going to try and zoom into my feet, because when you're doing powerful things like this, transfers into the log, stone lifting, squatting, like honestly almost everything. Your toes, all the muscles in your feet. That's why I train barefoot, to really strengthen my feet. Ankle stability, ankle power, calves. You really want to be able to develop the motion in all of that and create tension in your quads to get that drive out of the floor and the explosive power. So I'll do this set a little bit closer and you can see. So deadlift position. Honestly, my quads are really starting to feel fatigued, like lactic acid-y. DOM's kicking in already. I need to go and get my water bottle on that note and make sure I'm staying hydrated. Okay, water's going in. Set 3, I'll do side on. Set 4, fast motion. Very simple move, but needs to be done right to be effective. I'll leave it there. So feet in deadlift position. Take it down and so you can see when I'm doing this how I'm using my arms and engaging my lats as I'm jumping. Not quite like that, but you get the point. Showing you the details. All right, one more set. Quaddies need rolling now. Okay, just gonna let my quads loosen out, and we have split squats, but isometric hold. So show you what that looks like, and I'll explain as I'm doing it. Two more exercises to go. 2 4 kgs, and I'll talk you through this as I'm getting set up. So, split squat, sit on the bench to get my position, raise the back leg, see if I'm comfy. Dumbbells in each hand, make sure my hips are facing forwards. Oh, I can see that you can't see me. Let's see that. Start again. Bit better. Okay, so I don't want my hips to be turning out with my back leg. Hips forwards. Take it into a split squat. Now I'm not just going to sit here and hold. I'm going to create force through my front leg to push down and through my back leg on the bench to push away from the bench to try and like create that force. And I'm just going to hold here, creating that force through my front leg. Keep my back up tight and hold. All got shakes. 10, 9, 7, 6, 5, 4, out, 3, 2, and oh. I mean, it doesn't really look that hard, but it's hard. Next leg. Same position, hips forwards. I don't want to be turning out to my back leg. And I don't know if you can see my shakes. Gonna rest a bit. Okay, let's go. No, I find it really easy to motivate myself when it's like big lifts, squats, leg press, deadlifts. With all this little stuff, I get really bored. I do find it quite hard to push myself through this little stuff, but I know it's these little things that also really help the big things. So, noted. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ah! I'm going to move this. I wanted to move this before that set, actually. I forgot. Dizzy. Quite dizzy. Where's it gone? And hold. Five, 4, 3, 2, my front leg's shaking. One more set. My quads hurt. A lot. I turned the AC off when I came in. Now I'm sweating. Didn't take long, did it? All right, last set. See what you can get in this angle. 1 foot forwards, 1 back, and hold. So I'm trying not to sink. I'm pushing that pressure through my front leg. 10, 9, 8, God, it hurts. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and okay, let's go. Last one. Ah, it burns. 5, 4. Oh! It really burns. Okay, we have 3 sets of 20 calf raises next. Last week was 3 sets of 25 body weight. This week's 3 sets of 20 with a barbell on my back. It's going to be interesting. So I'm going to use the platform on the edge because you want something for your toes. I'll quickly show you. So you want to create an angle here, stretching the calves out and lifting up. And then I'm obviously going to add the barbell. Just drop me a comment down below and let me know how you think I'm doing on this self-filming situation. If it's really shit, or if you actually think I did all right, let me know. Somebody's here in the gym and she just said, have I seen these magnets that basically will connect to any of the machines and you can put your phone on to get like better angles, different height and stuff. So, you know, as time goes on, I'm going to look at progressing my equipment setup. So, barbell on, feet in position. It might be a bit slippery actually, I've got socks on. So, 20, let's see. This is a new one on me. Oh, see, slippy. Balance. 4, 5, 6, 7. Ah, calf burning. Lost count. 5, 4, better. 3, 2, oh, burning. 1, kind of found a little flow there and a good balance point at the end. That's a burner. Guarantee you I'm going to wake up with calf cramps in the middle of the night. I'll talk to you about how I avoid that kind of stuff with supplements and things in another video. Okay guys, we have 2 sets of 20 reps left, calf raises. Change the angle, quite like this situation. I'll try and find that same little sweet spot that I had earlier. Obviously feet are still aiming for deadlift position without sliding off of the ledge. So, see. Five, try not to lose count. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10, 9, 8, ow, burning. 7, 6, oh, 5, 4, shit, really hurts. 4, 3, 2, oh, Jesus. Oh, if my masseuse girl Ashley is watching this, you're gonna have to get into my calves. If my client's watching, you can see it's not only with you that I can't count. I can't even count for myself. Terrible. To say I used to be a primary maths specialist and I can't count to 10 most of the time. It's usually because I'm giving helpful tips and encouragement and support, and then I come back to the counting and I have no idea. So it's not all rubbish. Okay guys, let's zoom in on this last set. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Barbells away. We are done. I have 30 minutes of low impact cardio to do. Absolutely not filming. That's boring as watching paint dry. So I'm going to crack on, pack up, and wrap this up in a minute. Well, in 30 minutes. Okay guys, so before I leave, because I know the minute I get home, I've got loads of stuff to do at home. This won't happen at home, even with the best intentions. So I'm going to make a point of just staying 5 more minutes and doing a few little stretches, keep me mobile, and hopefully a little bit of injury prevention work. So laying down flat, arms out, one leg up and rotate. You're trying to keep both shoulders on the floor. Geez, you know I said I could feel my glutes from yesterday's filming. Like here, so sore. Let me know what you thought about that glute growth video, how to grow your glutes, that bubble butt. I can feel this. I'm just going to add my hand to my knee to create a little bit more. This is a great stretch for your thoracic spine. So if you didn't know, you have your cervical spine, which is at the top, your thoracic is in the middle, and your lumbar spine is at the bottom, your thoracic being kind of in the mid back. This is a great stretch. All those muscles that surround, just keeping you loose and mobile. And the glutes. Okay, I'm going to take that to the other side. Stay here so you can see what that looks like. I feel that all the way through my glutes. Keep this shoulder pinned to the floor and try and rotate. So I can feel that all the way down here and through my glutes. Turn your head to the opposite way to your knee, increasing the stretch. You can see this shoulder's just kind of sneaking up. I'm just going to plant it back down and go again. Oh, there's something so satisfying when you do a stretch. You hold that discomfort, and then when you release, it just feels so good. Like you create so much more space in your body. Okay, next one, I'm going to stretch my glutes. Obviously my glutes have worked a lot in today's session as well. So both knees up. Take one leg over, and I'm just going to take my hand through my legs here. Hold. I'm not going to stay there because that's weird camera angle. And just hold in here. I'm going to make sure my chin is on my chest so that I'm not compressing my neck here. I actually do suffer with compressed discs in my C456 or 567, I can't remember. Feels nice. Just pull that in. So you could see at the start of the session my stretches were much more dynamic, meaning they were moving, I was pulsing, and now at the end they're much more static stretches. I'm actually just holding for more of a prolonged period of time, which really, when you release, it really feels great. And although holding the stretches for this time isn't comfortable, what good stuff in life is comfortable? Okay, switcheroonie. Oh, this one's bad. So you can see this lengthening, so hamstring, glutes, abductor. Where else am I feeling this? Hip mobility, I guess. Oh geez, this one's real sore. Whew. Another great stretch I like is happy baby. I'll stay in this position because it's some weird angle. So take your feet up. Make sure your back is on the floor so your pelvis is under. You're not arched and you can't get your hands underneath. You want to be planting your spine on the floor, lifting your chin in. Take your hands inside your legs and hold the soles of your feet. And pulling your knees either side of your body. I mean, it would be helpful to show you this in another angle, but it's not very attractive. Soles of the feet to the ceiling, knees pushing down to the floor. Again, just opening up the hips, the glutes, the hamstrings are pulling, but definitely mostly the hips actually for me right now. I mean, every time I do these stretches, I feel them in a different spot. I'm just gonna kind of, just a little rock around. It's kind of a nice massage on your lumbar spine. Just obviously as you rock side to side, you get a bit of a harder stretch each side. And never release a stretch like suddenly, peeing out of the stretch. You want to be gentle with your body, helping to slow the heart rate down. Let the central nervous system know that all this stressful stuff is finished. And just bring yourself back down to relatively calm state. I'm going to go into a pigeon pose, so tabletop from here, very yoga terminology I'm using. I'm going to bring my front foot forwards, stretch out, so I'm getting all through the glutes, the hamstrings here, and I'm going to take it down to my forearms and just let my back leg push out, making sure I'm not bending that in, and just hold. Surprisingly not as awful as it has been in the past. That's good news. My yoga teacher Mia will be very happy with me. So I've actually been doing yoga for, I want to say like maybe 4 years. Once a week. She usually comes to my house and we do a 1 hour session of yin yoga. So like different types of yoga, you have flow yoga, I'm not a yoga teacher, terminology, Anyway, I do yin. It's really slow and you tend to hold each position for anywhere really between 1 and 5 minutes. And it is uncomfortable and it is hard. But honestly, when you come out of the position, it really does feel great. And learning to just sit in your own discomfort, in your own head, controlling your breathing. When you slow your breathing down, obviously that's like a real mental calming meditation technique anyway. It really helps your body to release. You should try it. I really do think that strength work and mobility work go hand in hand. You can't get into positions if you're not mobile enough, and if you're too mobile without the strength, it can cause other sorts of problems. But the two together in terms of longevity of your body, injury prevention, and not even injury as in like in the sport itself, but as in if you have a desk job and you're sitting there in one position at your laptop for 8 to 10 hours a day, doing some stretching, whether that be at home, in the office, I don't know if you have space in the office, or in the gym pre and post workout, maybe 1 yoga class per week, it honestly will do you the world of good. And I can't recommend it enough. I can tell you that before I started this whole journey myself, my friends who I used to hang out with used to try and take me to yoga events. And I honestly was so not interested. I just couldn't understand the whole, I couldn't get in the headspace of the yoga stuff. It really is, it's a skill. Learning to control your breath, learning to control your body in a very different way. Just like learning to deadlift, learning to squat, learning to play tennis, paddle, I don't know, whatever you want to call it, learning to swim. It's a skill that you have to learn and persevere with. You can't expect to just be good at it or be in the right zone immediately because you walked into a studio or because you put a yoga mat on the floor. It takes practice, and it's really worth it if you've got the time to invest in your practice. I'm going to call that, no I'm not, I wanted to stretch my quads, so I am going to sit 1 leg in front, and I'm just going to pop this leg out to the side. This actually might be enough of a stretch for some people. If you have sore knees, you might just want to scoot that foot further out. Actually, I feel quite good, so I'm going to take that back. I can already feel this muscle lengthening, and the further back I go, I can feel this coming now into my hip. And ideally, I want to try and lay and really stretch that quad. I'm actually shaking. And then if I squeeze my glute, contract this muscle, it really intensifies this stretch. And as I said in my how to grow your glutes video, stretching out your hips and your quads is really important for helping glute activation. If you're tight in this chain of muscles here, muscles, tendons and everything else, honestly getting your glutes to work is damn near impossible. Likewise, if your quads are really tight, you're quite likely to get knee pain. Right, I'm going to be really careful coming out of this, not to ping. Oh. Now, other side, I actually have damaged this knee quite badly in the past. You'll see pictures and things in other videos. So I'm just going to be a little bit more careful here. You can see I'm not tucking this leg in quite as much. Actually feels okay, a little bit more. Take that down. See that already? That's quite intense compared to the other side. So I'm going to contract my glute and really push the hips up to the ceiling. We want a nice straight 180-degree angle there. No like caving in. I actually think I could, I'm quite impressed with how I've been taking care of myself, because this is an improvement. I'm just breathing, keeping this glute contracted. I'm going to hold for 10 more seconds. And be steady on the way out. Okay guys, so that is my leg session over and I am now going to be heading home. I'm really happy with how that went, this whole vlogging, filming on my own thing. Obviously things will get better with time and practice. I'm not that young, you know, I'm not a youngster who's all into this techie shit. So I've got a lot to learn. Anyway, out of my comfort zone, learning new skills. Keeps life fresh. So this will drop soon. This is week 2, leg day, and I am gonna get home and do some meal prep. I'm actually gonna carry on vlogging. So stay tuned. Like, comment, subscribe. I didn't say that, I don't think, this video.